In the coastal village of Thalassia, whispers of a mysterious siren song drifted through the salt-tinged air. Fishermen spoke of a haunting melody that echoed across the waves, luring unsuspecting souls into the depths of the sea. Among the villagers, Caspian, a young fisherman, and his wife, Calypso, lived a simple life, their love as constant as the tides that lapped at the shore. Tristan, a visiting artist seeking inspiration, arrived in Thalassia, his eyes drawn to the untamed beauty of the sea. As he set up his easel on the rocky cliffs overlooking the vast expanse of blue, he couldn't shake the feeling that something otherworldly lurked beneath the surface, waiting to be discovered. Morrigan, the mysterious old woman who lived on the outskirts of the village, watched the newcomer with knowing eyes. She had seen the siren's power firsthand, the way it could twist the hearts and minds of those who fell under its spell. In her youth, she had been drawn to the song but had managed to escape its grasp, forever changed by the experience. As the days passed, an eerie stillness settled over Thalassia. The once bustling harbour grew quiet, and the fishermen's nets came up empty. Whispers of the siren's song grew louder, and fear began to take root in the hearts of the villagers. Caspian, determined to uncover the truth behind the legend, set out to sea, despite Calypso's pleas for him to stay. Unbeknownst to the villagers, Thalassa, the siren, watched from her underwater realm, her heart heavy with longing. For centuries, she had been cursed to lure sailors to their doom, her voice a weapon she could not control. But as she observed the love between Caspian and Calypso, a flicker of hope ignited within her. Perhaps, through their bond, she could find a way to break free from her eternal prison. As Caspian ventured further out to sea, the siren's song grew louder, its haunting melody wrapping around his heart like a vice. He felt an inexplicable pull towards the source of the music, his mind clouded by a desire he couldn't comprehend. In the depths below, Thalassa watched him, her eyes filled with a mixture of sorrow and longing. Back on shore, Calypso paced the cliffs, her heart heavy with worry. She had always known that the sea held secrets, but never had she imagined that it would try to claim her beloved. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, she caught sight of Tristan, his brush moving frantically across the canvas, as if possessed by some unseen force. Morrigan, her eyes clouded with memories, made her way to the shore. She had seen the signs, the way the sea had grown restless, the way the siren's song had grown louder. She knew that time was running out, and that soon the village would be consumed by the siren's curse. With a heavy heart, she began to prepare for the inevitable. Beneath the waves, Thalassa felt a change in the currents. The siren's song, once a burden, now held a glimmer of hope. As she swam closer to Caspian's boat, she could feel the love that bound him to Calypso, a love that transcended the boundaries of land and sea. In that moment, she knew that she had to find a way to break free from her curse, not just for herself, but for the sake of the village and the love that tied them all together. As night fell over Thalassia, the siren's song reached a crescendo, its haunting melody echoing across the waves. Caspian, his eyes glazed with the siren's spell, stood at the edge of his boat, ready to plunge into the depths below. But just as he was about to take the final step, a voice cut through the darkness, a voice that he would know anywhere. Calypso, her love for him stronger than any curse, had followed him out to sea, determined to bring him back to shore. Thalassa, torn between her curse and her growing connection to the humans above, made a desperate decision. With a voice that echoed through the depths, she called out to the ancient gods of the sea, pleading for their intervention. The water around her churned and bubbled, as if the very ocean itself was responding to her call. On the surface, Calypso's boat reached Caspian's, and the two lovers embraced, their tears mingling with the salty spray of the sea. But their reunion was short-lived, as a sudden wave crashed over them, dragging them both beneath the surface. Thalassa watched in horror as they sank deeper into the abyss, their bodies entwined in a final, desperate embrace. Tristan, his heart pounding with fear, dove into the water, determined to save the young couple. But as he swam deeper, he felt the siren's song wrap around him, its haunting melody drawing him further into the depths. He struggled against its pull, his lungs burning with the need for air, but the song was too strong, and he felt himself slipping away. Morrigan, her eyes fixed on the churning sea, began to chant an ancient incantation, her voice rising above the crashing waves. She called upon the power of the land, the strength of the ancestors, to break the siren's curse and set Thalassia free. The wind whipped around her, carrying her words out to sea, where they mingled with the siren's song, creating a cacophony of sound that shook the very foundations of the earth. In the depths below, Thalassa felt the power of Morrigan's words wash over her, breaking the chains that had bound her for so long. With a final anguished cry, she released her hold on Caspian and Calypso, watching as they floated back to the surface, their love stronger than any curse. And as the sea calmed and the siren's song faded away, Thalassa knew that she was finally free, her soul unburdened by the weight of her past. As the dawn broke over Thalassia, the villagers gathered on the shore, their eyes fixed on the horizon. They had all felt the siren's song, its haunting melody echoing in their dreams. But now, as the sun rose over the sea, a sense of peace washed over them, as if a great weight had been lifted from their shoulders. Caspian and Calypso, their bodies battered, but their spirits unbroken, emerged from the water, their hands clasped tightly together. They had been through hell and back, but their love had proven stronger than any curse, any trial that the sea could throw at them. And as they looked out at the gathered villagers, they knew that they were not alone, that they were part of something greater than themselves. Tristan, his mind still reeling from his brush with the siren's spell, stumbled onto the shore, his eyes wide with wonder. He had seen things that he could never unsee, heard music that would haunt him for the rest of his days. But he had also witnessed the power of love, the strength of the human spirit in the face of unimaginable odds. And as he looked out at the sea, he knew that he would never be the same again. Morrigan, her eyes shining with a newfound sense of purpose, made her way down to the shore, her steps slow but steady. She had spent her life in fear of the siren's curse, but now, as she looked out at the calm waters, she knew that she had been given a second chance, a chance to live her life free from the shadow of the past. And as the villagers of Thalassia looked out at the sea, they knew that they had been forever changed by the events of the past few days. They had seen the power of love, the strength of the human spirit, and the magic that lurked beneath the waves. And as they went about their lives, they carried with them the memory of the siren's song, a haunting melody that would forever be a part of their story. Years passed, and the legend of the siren's song faded into memory, a tale told by the elders to wide-eyed children on stormy nights. But for those who had lived through those fateful days, the memory of Thalassa and her haunting melody lingered, a reminder of the power that lurked beneath the waves. Caspian and Calypso, their love as strong as ever, watched their children grow and thrive, their laughter echoing across the sandy shores of Thalassia. They had faced the darkness and emerged stronger, their bond unbreakable in the face of any challenge that life could throw at them. Tristan, his heart forever changed by his brush with the supernatural, poured his soul into his art, creating works that captured the raw beauty and terror of the sea. His paintings hung in galleries around the world, a testament to the power of the human spirit to find beauty in even the darkest of places. Morrigan, her spirit renewed by her role in breaking the siren's curse, became a beacon of hope for the village, a wise woman sought out by all who needed guidance and comfort. She taught the children of Thalassia the old ways, the stories and songs of their ancestors, ensuring that the magic of the past would never be forgotten. And deep beneath the waves, Thalassa swam free, her voice no longer a weapon but a gift, a reminder of the beauty and mystery that lurked in the depths of the sea. She watched over the village of Thalassia, a silent guardian, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, hope could be found, that love could conquer all.